save. Fort Lewis just have to get back in their passing game and be patient here as Niffen steals the ball. Niffen's off down this left-hand side. She's running towards the box, but well guarded there by the Highlands player. Niffen cuts it inside, almost gets back on it. Down Niffen goes in the box, but she's tripped over the ball. No foul, and there shouldn't have been as the Highlands come away with the ball as Niffen's fullback position has been vacated here. So Fort Lewis have to be careful here because Niffen's not back there. But Welcome and Riley go back to help out. And good play by them to get the ball away from Highlands as Fort Lewis come forward here again. Oh, Halinga could have taken off from 25, but she's trod on the ball. That happens in soccer. Benavides sending Niffen through. She's on her left foot and she wishes she was on her right foot there, and she's deep in down to that fullback line as here comes the corner kick. And yes, it's a nice one too, curling in about 10 yards away. Oh, up high was Streedle. She's headed goals before, but just couldn't connect on that as the ball suddenly started to dip. Just keep pressing forward. They might luck out and get something here. And Fort Lewis defending a one-goal lead. Up goes Eggbomb, turns it back on the ball, but does manage to get that ball. But it's cleared out by Highlands as the ball running out of bounds. It comes off a Fort Lewis player, and Shoemaker knows it, so she just backs up. Doesn't want to get too close to that throw in there as this star player, the number 7, has got the throw in. I think the coach would much rather see her in the box. And Highlands is going to get there first. And yes, pushed in the back. Oh, goodness me, great play there. I think that was Riley. And we said that earlier in the game. If you can, if the opponent shows you too much ball there, Riley just jumped in front of that player. She was then leading in the race for the ball, and sure enough, she was pushed in the back. And good play there by Riley. That was in the box too, so that could have been dangerous. And here's Riley kicking one straight up in the air. This is a little trouble for Fort Lewis here as Benavides is trying to hit it. It's only 25, 28 yards from goal. Sarah Eggbomb tries to kick it, but it slips off her boot. The Highlands player might have done better with that. She had a couple of players to pass to, but just turns and shoots it in the general direction of the Animas Valley, and it was well wide of the goal. As Russo's got the ball now, she'll bend down and pick it up. She makes that player chase the ball, but now picks it up and she will burn into the wind. And there it goes, not a bad one either. It's landing over the centre circle. Halinga can't get it, headed on by the number 7 for Highlands, but nobody forward for Highlands. And Russo will just let that ball lay on the ground, and now she'll pick it up because the Highlands player finally comes to her. That's totally legal in soccer, provided the keeper's not handling the ball. They can just let that ball sit there as long as they like. It's only when they pick up the ball that they have 5 or 6 seconds to get rid of the ball. Here's Halinga with getting a push in the back right in the centre circle, and that'll be a free kick to Fort Lewis. Fort Lewis all moving forward here. The defenders are going to come up and take this. This has been a tough game for Fort Lewis, but they're playing well. I think they've lost their little possession game here over the last 10 minutes or so. But that's all right. They're still playing very strong. The fullback line's amazing. Here's Shoemaker. It's over Halinga's head. There's a chance for Canis. She shoots sideways. Halinga's got the ball. It's a good goal. It's a good goal. What a great pass by Canis. Fort Lewis 2 and New Mexico Highlands 0.
Skyhawks by number 22, Hayley Halinga.
Hayley Halinga with both goals today. That just adds to her all-time record at Fort Lewis. Shoemaker again with the dangerous free kick, and I think the Highlands players were a bit asleep there because somehow the ball got over their heads. It fell to Canis at about 4 yards out. She could have, but her slide tackle hit the ball into the net. No chance for the keeper, and that's the goal that Fort Lewis have been working towards all afternoon, that insurance goal, and it's now Fort Lewis 2, both goals by Halinga, and New Mexico Highlands 0. I tell you what, though, this game is not over. We have 21 minutes to go, and even though Highlands have had way, here we are in the box again, and it's Canis with a little push in the back there she got, but not enough to call anything. It's going to be a throw-in as the ball's booted out of bounds. Romero's on the field now. Therese Romero for Fort Lewis. We'll see who went off in a minute as she throws the ball into the box. A lovely little back header by Canis. Benavides is in the mix there, but suddenly a shot by Egg. Keep the score at 2 goals to Fort Lewis, 0 to New Mexico Highlands. Here comes the Fort Lewis men's team passing below us. Here, they're off to do a little bit of a warm-up before they switch kickoff at 3:30, the pre-game at 3:15, right here on KIUP 9:30 AM, and I'll be with you all afternoon. Here's Ramiro off the lovely little pass by Niffen. Oh, what a great pass, cut inside by Ramiro to Benavides. Benavides is going to send Canis into the box. Canis sends it to Halenga. Halenga misses the ball. David Barden joining us. And thanks for your help too, because I've been looking for some help here today, and I didn't want to do an Ironman all day, so thanks, Davis. David, what do you think of the game so far?
The girls are doing well. A lot of pressure. They said this was a very difficult match last time they played, so pretty happy that they're stepping up and really putting their butts into the game.
Oh, that's good. And I see your daughter, I'm sorry, your sister. I was thinking of your parents being here. Your sister had a shot up in about 60 yards. Welcome goes up for the ball. She's a tough player as Welcome, and she heads the ball under pressure. Now she kicks it again, but Highlands have got it in the middle of the field and just flick forward. Oh, Paige Martinez on the field now. I didn't mention that earlier. Benavides, I think, has got a rest, and deservedly so too, as Highlands tries to come forward here. Not a good pass there, but a flick on header by Highlands. They're having a hard time keeping the ball on the ground, and then the ball just squirts forward towards the goal line.
Cowgirl in goal by number 15, Marcy Johnson.
Hey, let's go, Ford! Pick it up!
The goal kick from Russo, about 40 yards, landing on a Highlands head, but they can't do much with it. That star player is on it, though, Rodriguez. A lot of pressure from the Fort Lewis defenders. They know when she's got the ball, they have to work, and Niffen boots it forward. That was a good decision because she was under pressure, but over Canis's head. Oh, beautiful trap on the half volley by Martinez.
1-2 right there.
Back to Canis, and now back to Martinez, who sends Haycock. No, that's Weiss way over on that right-hand side. Weiss came in for, maybe that was the Streetel who went off, and Weiss just couldn't catch up with that out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Highlands. We have 16 minutes to go, and sometimes, David, I hear that a 2-0 lead is the worst kind of lead you can have. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it's the most dangerous lead you can have. It's like all of a sudden when the other team comes in and scores one, and you can cave in really quickly and all of a sudden give up three. So the 2-0 is a very dangerous lead. We need to put one more away here to make us feel a little...
It always feels better to me than a 1-0 lead, though, but I think coaches worry because they feel like the players relax when they've got a 2-goal lead.
They do, and that's why it's so dangerous.
For Aaron Rodgers and the Packers as they've tied the Vikings here at 7 apiece. 8:34 left in the first quarter.
Could have gone down for PK, but you didn't.
Division rival that is trying to turn their season around.
And remember the late Al Davis.
guys. We had a little power breakdown. Here's Martinez shooting with a left foot from about 12 yards. Oh, we've had a score since you were gone, and Highlands have brought the score back to 2-1. But Fort Lewis are holding on to this lead with about 13 minutes to go. It's Niffen out wide to Romero's pass back to Niffen, who's right on the goal line. She crosses into the defender. It'll be a goal kick. David, we're off the air. Comes Egbon with the, it's a big corner kick too. And high in the air is Halenga over the ball, but it's flicked out of the box by Highlands. Knocked back in by Niffen with the left foot, but it was always high in the air and an easy one to save by the Highlands keeper. Well, it's funny, David, you and I were just talking about the danger of a 2-0 lead, and there it was. Highlands scored. Yeah. Here's a long punt. Can Fort Lewis hold on here? There's only 12 minutes to go. It's back with Niffen with her left foot. Knocks it up towards Egbon. A beautiful flick to Haycock, who tries to go backwards there to Romero. Might have been able to turn and go forward, but here's Romero giving her opponent a big knock in the back, but no call. Highlands trying to come forward there. Here's a long shot towards goal, but luckily it's always missing the left-hand post, and on 2 or 3 hops, Russo runs over and picks that up. No other forwards there. Lucky for us, David.
That's right.
Here's
Amanda's got a great punt on her. That goes past half every time. Perfect.
Yes, and Riley, what a great game she's had today. She heads towards Halenga. Halenga using her body well to shield the opponent away from the ball, flicks it over to Weiss, tries to go around her opponent with a little deft little dribble, and she does that too.
Oh,
back
great
to
ball.
Egbon. Here's the ball into Haley, but it's running ahead of Halenga, and the keeper quickly off the line to pick that one up. Well, that was dangerous. All day Friday, David, girls were trying to get Haley her hat trick, couldn't do it, and now they're trying again. As Haley Halenga has the first 2 goals, the only 2 goals for Fort Lewis today. Romero coming on as a sub. Oh, bad luck. She tried to be clever there and dribble around her opponent, but kicks the ball out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for Highlands.
A great weekend for Haley Halenga so far. She's been working her ass off.
Hello to radio, David Budd.
Yes, she's been working really hard this year. And
number 11, Erica.
Finally, right here this weekend, she's really came into her own, scoring 4 goals real quick. So hopefully she keeps this up for the rest of the season.
Danger for Fort Lewis here as they're trying to clear the ball away. Niffen pokes it out of the danger area, but it's headed by... Oh, that's great work there by Romero. She knew it was last touched by Highlands, so she just shielded that ball out of play. And it'll be a throw into Fort Lewis. Oh, Fort Lewis have to concentrate here. They're holding on to a narrow lead, just 1 goal. And the wind is freshening a bit, blowing towards that Highland end. They're kicking towards the northern end as Niffen tries to throw it just as hard as she can. And there's Halenga all the way down there. And it's right down that right channel, headed by Romero over her head, though. That player's trying to go around Madison, and tripped is Niffen. Yes, she's picked up 3 or 4 free kicks today, Niffen, just by being in front. So that's terrific play by the left channel is what I'd suggest. And that's where she goes. That'll give her time to get back in the box, and it ricochets to Egbon, who sends Halenga away, but there's a defender there. Can Halenga get there first? No, cleared away by Highlands, but not too well. And it falls to Egbon. A lovely little pass to Paige Martinez, who pulls the ball back with the cleats. That was brilliant. And now here's Egbon. She's outside the box. Oh, she tries a shot. Hits the opponent in the face. It's ricocheted out of bounds. That'll be a corner kick to Fort Lewis.
The Highlands player is down on that one. That was a great shot from Egbon. Luckily, that's the ball.
Yes, let's see what happens as Egbon kicks it into her opponent there. It goes out of bounds. This will give Fort Lewis a little more opportunity to waste some time as Egbon goes and picks up the ball near the fence and throws it back to Halenga. Halenga quickly touches it. They didn't even know the corner kick was taken, Highlands. As once again, Egbon kicks it into her opponent and it's out of bounds. Fort Lewis being very defensive here as they are not going forward. The ball finally now does roll into the box, cleared away by Highlands through the middle of the box. You're not supposed to do that, but luckily it evades everybody, comes out to Niffen, who fakes turning into the box, but goes out to her Romero out wide. She's going to cross this, and it was offside. Oh, bad luck. Lovely little pass there from Niffen, but Romero was caught standing flat-footed, and the defence pulled up, and that's offside. We have a score here in Fort Lewis's favour. They're trying to set the table for the men's game to follow. It's 2-1 Fort Lewis. As a beautiful header. Here's Halenga on the ball. She tries to run past her opponent. The opponent just got in the way there. That wasn't obstruction. That was fair. And Halenga just couldn't go past from about 25 yards out off the pass from Romero. Here's the ball stabbed back in. Halenga's in. She's going to try one from a long way out, but just doesn't connect. And the keeper bobbles it briefly. Haycock was there. but the keeper has stopped the ball.
Haley really trying to get that hat trick right now.
Wow, she tried on Friday, couldn't do it. Here's a long kick. Russo's going to have to come out here. Oh, this could be trouble for Fort Lewis as the number 13 for Highlands is chasing the ball, but it's gone all the way down, and Shoemaker talks to Russo, hesitated about coming out to get that ball. Here's the ball through the middle of the field, little flick on header by Martinez. It is picked up by Highlands. They've got players back, and that's not a pass, that's just booted forward. That'll help out the Fort Lewis defence. Riley's there, she's going to go up for the header. Oh, she gets knocked down, and yes, that'll work for Fort Lewis. She's flat. And that's going to be a yellow card for that Highlands player, the number 13. It's a free kick for Fort Lewis, and the number 7, Riley, who gets the friendly slap from Shoemaker because Shoemaker saw how tough she was there. She got up slowly, but she was outweighed a little bit by that other player and was knocked to the floor. But she got up, and she's fine, walking away. And Russo will be outside the box here, ready to kick this ball downfield. 5 minutes to go. Fort Lewis trying desperately to hang on here as the ball's kicked. Nice one too off the ground by Russo, going about 60 yards. Oh, that'll work for Fort Lewis. Alinga gets the push in the back and she takes off. She thought Eggbom might do the quick free kick here. Eggbom looks, but no. Quickly covered is Alinga by those two defenders. They know all about her. As Shoemaker, she got the assist on the first goal today, and she's going to boot this ball into the box. Let's see how this goes. And yes, she pokes it into the box. It's landing right around the 12-yard line, headed away by Highlands, with Eggbom with a half chance, and now Niffen's going to take a shot from 40 yards. Niffen gets credit for a shot. We are at 2-1 in Fort Lewis's favour. Both goals by Halenga as we draw towards the finish of this game. Paige Martinez with the header. It looks like Highland's going to get there first. They're still in defence. Oh, Weiss did a beautiful job there to quickly close down that Highland player as she was going to get the ball away. Oh, Haycock almost had a chance to take off there as the ball didn't come through the defence though. Bit of a messy game here in the middle of the field as the ball's ping-ponging around. Weiss turns around and boots it in the right direction, but it does go out of bounds. That'll be a throw in for Highlands. We see all the CSU Pueblo players coming in to warm up, and Fort Lewis already doing that as the men's game is here to follow in the second game of the doubleheader. Here's Highlands getting close to their attacking area, but Fort Lewis keeping them at bay so far. Romero chasing this ball. She's going to not be able to keep that in bounds. She knew Fort Lewis had kicked it last, and Fort Lewis, danger here for Fort Lewis. Can they hang on? It's a throw in to Highlands, and they're only 6 yards off that corner flag. Cleverly thrown into that danger player, number 7. She's going to flick it towards the box. Russo has to get there, and she does. Wow, that could have been dangerous. There was two Highlands players there.
Second or third?
And yes, Russo was tripped, and the referee has here as the referee went all the way over to the Highlands bench, David, and carded the coach. Do you think he said something?
Oh, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he complained about how weak of a foul that was. It wasn't too bad on the goalkeeper, but the ref is obviously trying to protect the goalkeeper.
Yes, it really wasn't that. Now, I suppose I can't blame the coach for saying something there. The player, anytime a player sees the ball, you know, with a chance to score a goal, they'll run in at it, but just ended up tripping Russo.
That's where I've gotten all my yellow cards, John, right there from running into the goalkeeper, and they protect the goalkeeper so well.
I don't remember you getting any yellow cards. A little corner kick as Alinga ricochets it off a Highlands the boot. Fort Lewis doing a very clever time of wasting time here, as this time Halenga again kicks it into her opponent. The opponents need to move away here because Fort Lewis are using them to ricochet the ball out of bounds. Now the long pass by Eggbom to Weiss, and let's see, and now it's a goal kick as the ball comes off Weiss and ricochets out. It's only 2 minutes to go here. Can Fort Lewis, do we have a 2-minute warning in soccer? Well, we are there anyway, so Fort Lewis have to concentrate here. If they can just concentrate and work hard, they'll run out with a victory here, but we have to see. You never know in soccer. Fort Lewis against Metro, the women scored in the last dying seconds, so they're going to try to stop Highlands doing that here. And here's the ball coming into the attacking area for Highlands, and they have to throw in. Their dangerous number 7 is on the ball. Oh, good play by Martinez there to work it away from that danger player. The referee's getting in the way of play here, but Martinez spinning around. Oh, she finally dribbles the ball out of bounds, but doesn't maintain possession, but it'll be a throw into Highlands. A quick one too. This is dangerous. This number 7's got the ball. She's about 30 yards away from goal. Down she goes. No, it's no trip. I thought he was calling a trip. Oh, Martinez dribbles around the opponent. Halenga's away, and a beautiful pass by Martinez. She's a long way out from goal. Haycock's in the middle. If Halenga can cross it, there's the cross. It's in the general direction. Oh, bad luck, Haycock. She might have run a bit closer there, but in fairness, the keeper came out quickly and got it. And, Fort Lewis, desperation play here is a big boot covering 60 yards. It's on the head of Niffen. A beautiful flick header by Shoemaker to Weiss, who just turned and booted that, and that's the right thing to do. It's ricocheted off a player, but Halinga just boots it forward. Haycock's in the mix there. The New Mexico player kicked it backwards, and they're down by a goal. I don't think that was too good an idea because it's given a throw into Fort Lewis, and Fort Lewis, David, will take a long time here to throw this in.
It's also taken at least 20 seconds here to throw this ball in. Highlands, she could have played it back to her keeper and played it safely pretty quickly.
Yes, and that's going to, what happened there?
Fall throw, she ran.
Highlands can work this anyway towards their attacking area as Egmont spins on the ball, kicks it towards the boundary line. Time is running out for Highlands. They are kicking it forward, but I don't think they can get it near the box. Headed by Highlands. Time has run out. And a tough victory for Fort Lewis. Fort Lewis 2, New Mexico Highlands 1. And David Budd is going to sum it up for us.
Excellent performance from the Fort Lewis girls today. Senior day, of course, Haley Hillinger comes out shining on her day and scores 2 magnificent goals. Well assisted, well built up. Fort Lewis does a solid job today. We got 37 minutes till the boys' game. We're very excited to see Fabian Kling maybe take off his knee brace, but I don't think it's going to happen today.
Here's the players passing underneath us, and David Barton, yes, talking to Fabian down there. He has got the knee boot brace, and we'll have to see how it goes. But hopefully we won't need Fabian today, but he'll be certainly back for the RMAC playoffs coming up in a couple of weeks. Well, a great victory here, and prior to the game, we knew this was going to be hard. New Mexico Highlands played Fort Lewis to a tie in New Mexico Highlands earlier. Then it went into overtime, and Fort Lewis did win that game down in New Mexico, and they knew it was going to be tough again here today. And Fort Lewis running out with the 2-goal lead. David Barton said that's a dangerous lead in soccer, and that proved to be correct, because Highlands quickly back while we were off the air scoring that goal. But Fort Lewis hung on. And what a great performance by a whole bunch of players today. Certainly Halinga, I thought Shoemaker, Riley, and Welcome all played fabulous games on the fullback line. And just great play all round.
And if I might note, Sean, Jane Barton had an excellent game.
You know, I hope your parents are listening, because I was just about to say that. And yeah, Jane had the big shot at goal, didn't quite make that, well saved by the keeper. But Jane's a senior, and we wonder if this might be her last ever game at Dirks Field. We hope not. We might be able to host the AMAC women's playoffs. We don't know yet, but early to tell. But in any event, both you and your sister have had great careers here at Fort Lewis. Alrighty, we are wrapping this up. Any final thoughts, David, or do you want to talk about the men's game coming up?
Men are playing Fort Lewis men here are playing Pueblo in the next game. Should be a good game for Fort. They are looking to